Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We're going to have a fantastic show for you today. I got a couple of interesting updates. Now, first off, our man, Brad. Bro, you were done to the world coming out of the weekend, man. Sick. You're still going through it, but I do have to pay respect, right? Like, you're like, no, I'll be here. I'll be here. I got picks. I'll be here. I'll tough through it. So I know that you're still sick, but you're tough, dude. How we doing, buddy?
Yeah, we're a little under the weather. You'll hear maybe a deep voice for once in your life. Normally high, frequently annoying, but today's a little bit deeper. Maybe be a little bit more somber, but we're still here. We're battling through it. And, AB, it's nothing that you haven't been doing for all this time. So just here to support you, my guy.
Hey, no, you know what? That's why you're the man, bro. Look, that's why, dude, you, Zach, and Moshe are up for MVP this year. All right, when we have the big honors award show at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, we're going to fly everybody up. You're going to have to steal your own Spirit airline tickets.
Yeah.
The other one is Brad, you want to hear a quick story before we jump into it? I woke up this morning about 3:30. Well, didn't really get much sleep because, I don't know, something happened with the air, and it was 82 degrees, and I am suffering through it right now. There's a great, let me just tell you this. There's a great chance that the afternoon show today is performed at the Radisson by the airport. Let me just say that. There's a very likely spot or very likely chance that you see a different background about 3 p.m. Eastern today because, buddy, let me just tell you, I'm not a big fan of hot weather inside. I like it to be nice, good 66, 67. It's a little cold, but yeah. What about you, man? What is your number? Like, where do you guys keep it at the house? Like your air conditioner?
Yeah, I'm a millennial, so I definitely like it cooler. Like during the day, I try not to force it. Like, would I want it to be a lot colder always? Absolutely. But financially, that just can't happen sometimes. So during the day, try and keep it about 72 when we're not really here, or 73 when we're not here. But like when we're at home, about 72 during the day because we have a child now. But at night, I like to crank it. If I could, I'd like it at 69. But we try and keep it about 71 for the child.
That's a good call. I forgot about that. Like having a small child too, like they can't really have cold, like you can't roll them around in 65 degrees, but I would ice bath my ass in 20 degrees if this house could do it. But no, man, like, dude, I'm a 66, 67 kind of guy. Screw it. We'll make bets up at the end of the month. I'm not being hot, dude. I'm not sweating in bed. I'm not doing any of that. Make your jokes how you want, but I'm not doing it. I like it to be cold as hell. All right, let's get into it, man. Gonna be a good day today. All right, before we look forward, we got to look back. And dude, Brad, all right, the next time I'm on the phone with the New York Mets, which will be the first, I'm gonna tell them, dude, that Mets Padres last night over 8.5, you ended 8. Come on, bros. You had one more run in you, but it's all right. Blue Jays, Orioles, both teams score 4+ runs. Hit that one live yesterday. Braves, Royals, rinse and repeat. I'm my picks today are going to be I'm playing the over in the Braves game 37 different times. That's what I'm going to do. Those are my plays for today. Kyle Schwarber hit a home run yesterday, plus 200. Man, home runs have been wild this week, bro. We have had home runs, but it hasn't really been the big name guys. Right? Like Schwarber hit one, Brett Rooker hit one, and, we had a couple others. But for the most part, man, like the big names are all kind of due. So you're going to see the list today. It's a fascinating list. It's different. But I want to try some not new guys, but I want to try some different guys out. And let me just tell you this, too. When we get to it, the fact that we don't have Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs on there absolutely means Seiya Suzuki's hitting a home run today. So let me just put that out there. If you want to fade my dumbass, all right, just bet Seiya Suzuki today because it's guaranteed that he's going to hit a bomb now that I don't have him on the list. But, all right, Brad, Howie Schwab, crew play today. 2 games, 4 options. Braves, Royals over 9.5. Braves, Royals under 9.5. You guys going to go Dodgers, Reds over 9.5. Dodgers, Reds under 9.5. Polls in the chat, vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. All right. Brad, let's get into it, man. Let's get into our picks. I need to know because I couldn't pronounce anything. Well, I can pronounce a little bit of it, but it's still kind of hard. All right, let's get the picks. All right, start us off, big dog. What you got?
Yes, sir. We're headed to the Norway's first division, or the second flight of Norwegian football, in a matchup between Hodge taking on Ederson. We're looking for that over 2.5 at -135. Both teams are BTTS machines and over 2.5 machines. Hodge 7 straight, Ederson and thus 76% of theirs, and 4 of 5 head-to-heads. You need it in the trending matches. You need it in the matchup history. Over 2.5 now, 5 straight for Hodge. 77% of 26 matches for Ederson away from home. They are an over machine, and these two teams like to get out quickly. Both teams over 0.5 in the first half, and 12 of 13 and 17 of 18. So you see first half goals, which is important. And also, these teams are also trending the over 2.5, in a half altogether, which is kind of crazy. Over 2.5 is hitting 5 of the last 7 Hodge League games in one half. And then also Ederson, 8 of their last 12 halves altogether. That's 67% of all of their halves have over 2.5 goals in them. And that's because Ederson has an unwavering commitment to playing out of the back. And what that does is it invites defensive pressure to really push down on that goalkeeper, and he has to distribute it. And once he distributes that ball, it is into a person who's likely open. And if it's a bad pass or if it's a good pass, both sides of that cause that ball to be in more compromising positions. So that's why we like Ederson inviting that pressure. So we're looking for that over 2.5 goals today in Norwegian second division, but on your book, it will say Norway 1.
Bro, okay, 2 things real quick. Number 1, the fact that you're doing this coming off of your Oregon Trail sicknesses, your 19th. You know what? I was going to say dysentery, but dysentery is not good. That's a bad disease. Nobody wants that. We're just going to say, like, if we're going off Oregon Trail, like you had bad grass. That was always my favorite. It was like, oh, the writers got lazy. Oh, that's what they did. Okay. We eat bad grass. Lose one day. Number 2, how did you pronounce that second name? Hod and who?
Ederson.
Okay. So the way it's spelled, it's so Nordic, it hurts. I love it. Like dude, it's the most Norway like team name spelling of all time.
Yeah. I mean, I love those names in that league. Mayendalen, Ederson, Alisson, like Unit Kongsvinger. The names go on.
I love it. All right, 3 plays for me today. Like I said, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern normal time. Look. Rinse and repeat. Blue Jays, Orioles, both teams score 4+ runs, plus 115. Braves, Royals, over 9.5. Surprise, surprise. And the Mets of the Padres, over 8.5. Look, I know that we almost got there last night, but the weather in this game is incredible. So, yeah, I'm all over it, man. So we're going to ride these 3. Looks pretty similar, baby, but that's why we do it, bro. You know what? I don't give a damn if it's the same bet every day. If it's putting money in my bank, I'm good on that one. Okay. Let's see. Some comments in the chat real quick, and then we'll jump into it here. TJ, watch the Hulk Hogan special. Really glad you didn't get too deep into it. AB, we don't need the work community coming after you like they are that body. They're coming after his ass. They're on him. No. We weren't diving into like you won't ever see videos on here where we're like controversial. I'm not interested in getting involved in that. We can let other people. They can do that one. They can have all the arguments online that they want because that gets you nowhere. Let's see, man. Matty boy saw AB's AC went out last night, and that might be late today. Oh, buddy, it was being hot at night sucks, man. It's not fun, bro. Not fun at all. Now, Big Craig. All right, so first off, Craig, good to see you, brother. Greetings, AB. Welcome back, Brad. Brad, welcome back, buddy. Hope you're feeling better. Ready for some kick-ass soccer picks. Miss you, brother. Hell yeah, dude. We all miss you, man. Craig, great, dude. Great comment, man, and good to see you, brother. But yeah, dude, Brad, glad to have you back. A couple
That's my burner account, Craig.
Is it?
My guy.
You and Craig running burners? I love it, man. Big Kev. Hey, boys, what's going down today? Let's go get that money. Absolutely, man. Big Kev. Good to see you, buddy. Big Brian Clancy, bro. You made it all every day this week. Twice. One AB, morning Brad. Back again for the live show. Let's go. Let's go indeed, big boy. All right. So we got our picks. Okay, now our man, Big Ron Sims. All right, he's got a couple here. He's got a 4-leg parlay here. Orioles money line, Braves money line, Brewers money line, Dodgers money line. So there you go, Big Ron Sims getting it in. Okay, now, Brad, we got home runs. We got soccer picks coming up, and I see that board. I've been waiting for some Poland soccer, baby. You know me in Poland. All right, but we got home run first, and you know what? I feel like got to get to it. Okay, so let's see. Chicago Pat. Good morning, AB, Brad, and crew. Tony, TJ, how you doing? Man, Big Pat, good to see you, buddy. Great to see you, man. Hope you have a great day. All right, here we go. Vladimir Guerrero, plus 280. Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks. Yes, the Diamondbacks, plus 310. Bryce Harper, plus 375. Kyle Tucker, plus 400. And Adley Rutschman of the Orioles at plus 425. So Vlad and Adley are playing against each other today. We're betting on both teams score 4+ runs or more. But again, Vlad, Blue Jays, Corbin Carroll, Diamondbacks, Bryce Harper, the Phillies, Kyle Tucker of the Cubs, and Adley Rutschman of the Orioles. Bradley, what do you like, buddy?
You know, that's a clown question, bro. Give me Bryce Harper plus 375. Absolutely going to dong it today.
Great call. And did you see him cuss out the commissioner of Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred? Yeah, Rob Manfred came in their locker room and then their clubhouse, you know, like before a game. And he was like, he told me, he's like, can you get the fuck out of here? We're trying to get ready for a game. You're talking to us about salary caps.
Bryce is that dude.
He is. I love Bryce Harper.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Always have.
Oh, and big for kids too. He is an ambassador for kids, man. Like they absolutely love him, and he treats them how you're supposed to. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going Vlad. Now we're gonna get to the weather. Don't worry about all that. But I'm gonna go Vlad Guerrero here, plus 280. I know he's the quote unquote chalk of the day, but you're gonna see that Vladimir Guerrero kind of has pretty good historicals and kind of has good weather and kind of has it all set up. Yeah, I'm gonna go big Vlad. Let it rip. Reed already played Vladdy. It was just about to add Adley. There you go. Yep. And you guys are all about to see why here in about just one flipping second, man. So, all right, let's get into my boy. Let's get into the weather. Let's break this down. Okay. Blue Jays, Orioles. Now, understand, we have day baseball today. Look at the time. Upper left corner of that box there. 12:35 p.m. Eastern. Blue Jays, Orioles. Temperature 97. Feels like 103. No rain. 5 miles an hour blowing out. Great weather here again today. And humidity out the tailgate. Red Sox, Twins. 76, feels like 75, no rain, 8.9 miles an hour blowing in. So we're finally getting some reprieve here for the Midwest here. Minnesota getting a little heat wave reprieve. Cubs and the Brewers, look at this, man, 75 degrees, feels like 72, 25%, 11.6 miles per hour. There you go. Braves and the Royals. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 88 degrees, feels like 96. Now, you do have a little bit of rain. Possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen. 12% possible light rain, but nothing that I'd really worry about. What I would worry about, well, not worry about, but what I would notice is look at the wind. 2 p.m., 5.5 miles an hour blowing out. 3 p.m., 6.5 miles an hour blowing in. 4 p.m., 6.5 miles an hour blowing out. All over the board today, which is good, though. You've got winds that are swirling, and they're going to be pushing them out early and late in this game. Rays and the Yankees. Temperature 92, feels like 95, 13% chance of rain, 7.5 miles an hour blowing out. Again, okay weather. It's hot. It's real hot in New York. Winds helping you out. Possible light rain at the beginning. Be aware of that. But, yeah. Dodgers and the Reds. Temperature 92. Feels like 99. 0% rain. 3.6 miles an hour blowing in. So we're on the over on this game. Keep riding it. Kirk says Cody Bellinger been on fire. Hell yeah, he has. Rangers and the Angels. Again, out there in Liddy land, baby. Temperature 81. Feels like 80. No rain. 8 miles an hour blown out. Anaheim, baby. Can't beat it, man. Can't beat it. Let's see. I think that might. Yep. I think that is. That's all the way we have. Matty Ice, if any of y'all are wrestling dweebs like me, that new behind-the-scenes series on the WWE on Netflix is fire. Definitely worth checking out. Nice, man. Oh, also, Matty, Ron told me, and Ron, I'll holler back at you on email after the show. Let me get checked into the hotel and get on their Wi-Fi, and I'll reply back to you. But the reason I brought it up is specifically Big Ron Sims in his email asked me to thank Matty Ice publicly for his support. So, Matty, well done, buddy. Well done. Love Ron. Love you, too. Well done, bro. Well done, man. All right, and shout out to Ron, man. Spreading the love. That's what we like around here. We also like analytics, my boy. Let's get it. Okay. As mentioned, Vladimir Guerrero has 5 home runs off Dean Kramer. 11 hits, 31 at bats. Adley Rutschman, 4 home runs off Jose Barrios there. Austin Wells, you see it against Zach. You see Tyler O'Neill. You're seeing a lot of Jose Barrios right out of the gate. Anthony Volpe, Cedric Mullins, Ryan O'Hearn. A lot of Orioles right here on the list. Heavy up here. But again, man, you see it. J. Ram, Jose Ramirez, he's got a home run. Ian Happ's got a home run. Sai Suzuki's got a home run. Dansby Swanson's got a home run. Lawrence Butler's got a home run. Another Oriole listed down there. Man, can't beat it with a stick, buddy. All right, now hits. Again, Oriole. All right, Jose Barrios getting lit up. Look at Vladdy. Dude, that's a nice batting average for that many at-bats, home runs, all that. Dude, Vladdy's set today, boy. Charlie Marte, Cedric Mullins. What we got here? George Springer. What is that? 292. Bo Bichette. I mean, you're seeing a lot of Orioles and a lot of Blue Jays both on this list. Mike Trout, 259 off Nathan Eovaldi. Gunnar Henderson. All right. Again, man. Paul Goldschmidt, Francisco Lindor, Mookie Betts up here. Laureano, he's up here. Dude, Tyler O'Neill. I mean, there's so many Orioles and Blue Jays on this list, man. Now, I say that, and literally either of them are going to score, but all right. Hitting streaks. Luis Arias, 12 straight games. He is your king right now in Major League Baseball. Tommy Pham, 9 straight games with a hit. Jackson Merrill, 9 straight. Cal Raleigh, 9 straight. Victor Robles, 8 straight. Kyle Manzardo, 8 straight. You see Bobby Witt up there, 8 straight. Manny Machado, he hit a bomb last night. 7 straight games with a hit. Nico Horner, 7 straight games with a hit. Stephen Kwan. And then you see Carlos Correa down there, 6 straight games with a hit. Okay. So we like Orioles. We like Blue Jays. Now let's look at the last 7 days or last 7 games in Major League Baseball. Filtered by home runs. You can see it. Nick Kurtz still. He has 4, but those 4 came. Yeah, we saw it. Tyler O'Neill, Orioles, he's got 4. Kyle Schwarber, he's got 4. Shea Langoliers, Julio Rodriguez, they both have 4. Andrew Vaughn, Stephen Kwan. Vinny Pasquantino, we called that yesterday in the afternoon show. He hit a bomb for the Royals. He got 3. Colson Montgomery, he's got 3. Anthony Volpe, he's got 3. Let's see here. TJ. Oh, also, anybody in the crew from the Nashville, Tennessee area? My stepbrother lives there, and somebody may have stole his dog. You didn't go to the chat in the Discord and share. Fill me in more on this. Well, I'll go find that damn dog today. I've got time, and the car has air conditioning. We'll go find it. Well, I'll go pick Brad up, and we're going dog hunting. We'll find him. But for real, Yeah, give me some more information on that, man. Shoot me a text or something, and we'll get after it. Okay. All right. Let's get to our picks, and then I want to talk about what's on that board behind you, big dog. So let it rip, man. What you got?
We're looking at the Norwegian second division, or Norway 1 on your book, a matchup between Hod or Hode taking on Edgersund. We're looking for the over 2.5. 3 goals gives us a minus 135 cash.
Let's get it, big dog. All right. Blue Jays, Orioles. Both teams score 4+ runs, plus 115. Going with the Braves and the Royals over 9.5, minus 115. And the Mets and the Padres over 8.5 at minus 115. All right, Brad. Now, my eyesight's not the best. Does that say Poland behind you?
Sure does.
Hit us with dude, we need some Polish soccer information. Hit us with it, buddy.
Yeah. You know, AB, there's, I think he's the president or prime minister. He gave that speech and he's like talking about Poland and all the good things. And he's like, Poland. Well, that's all I hear when I see that word. And I'm so excited because Poland soccer right now, Poland soccer is absolutely popping, coming back. And it's one of the leagues that has just returned. A lot of those leagues over in Europe just starting to trickle in, some of those non-top 5, big 6 or so leagues. But there's still great leagues. And you also have multiple leagues underneath. We always talk about, like, why is he looking at the first division, second division, third division of these leagues? Well, you can really see it right here on the board. These lower leagues have a lot of advantages because of the numbers that they hit and the frequency in which that they do, because there's not as much on the line in some of these, that you can get a little bit more free flowing, a lot more mistakes. And here, right in the numbers, Poland, the top flight, which of course is the Ekstraklasa, it has come back. It's hitting just slightly above 50%. So, you know, it's not that bad. I think a couple of those matches were very close to hitting. So those numbers could kick up in the near future. And they've only played 2 rounds. And then you go down a division. They've played 2 rounds, but their numbers are a lot higher. You can see it. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals, 12 and 6 respectively, sitting at that 67% mark. So 2 out of every 3 games. You can just throw darts into Poland in the second division, which is, of course, Poland 1, because why would it be anything other than that? Poland 1 is the second division. And let's go down further. Poland 2, which is the third division of Poland, is popping 7-2, 7-2 to the both teams to score, and the over 2.5 goals coming back at 78%, almost 4 out of every 5 matches. So look at Poland in all of these leagues. It's going to start kicking up. So be on the right side of Poland, which is on the over market here in the near future.
Beautiful work, my boy. Poland. I gotta hear more about. I gotta read more up on this prime minister.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. All right. Good job, buddy, as always. All right. Let's get us some headlines, man. Let's talk a little ball. Well, Brad, the news that I thought was coming is coming. Ronald Acuna headed to the IL, Achilles tightness. Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna was removed Tuesday night's loss at Kansas City with tightness in his right Achilles tendon and will be placed on the 10-day injured list. Acuna experienced a discomfort after chasing down a ball in right field. He'll be evaluated further Wednesday. It's an Achilles thing. It's going to take a while. Manager Brian Snitker said after the Braves fell 9-6 to the Royals. He'll go on the IL, and hopefully in 10 days or so, it'll clear up. Let me just tell you, the Braves are in absolute hell right now. The Braves are in absolute hell. And I truly don't know what to do. Now, we have a second half of the season still in front of us, so anything can happen. I'm not talking about winning a World Series. I'm just talking about players actually hitting the baseball. Like, I don't have any expectations for this team. But I don't know what they do. Like, okay, look.
But what have we learned from Achilles tightness very recently, right? You got to sit him. You can't let him gut it out. Can't let him play through it. It's not worth it. There's a good possibility of a serious injury.
Yeah, and anytime you start talking Achilles, man, you're right. And the other hard part beyond that is that The Braves are going to have to make some decisions this offseason. What are you going to do with Austin Riley? What are you going to do with Marcell Ozuna? What are you going to do with Matt Olson? What are you going to do with the pitching staff? Like, you're kind of all built around Ronald Acuna, obviously. But now you kind of look at it and you say, all right, like Christian just said, exactly where I was going. Excuse me, exactly where I was going. At this point, I'm not rushing him back. Like, I think Sticker, like you'll say, he'll go on the IL and hopefully in 10 days or so it'll clear up. It's about all you could say. But there could be a shot that they, not now, but that they shut Ronald Acuna down. I'm not saying soon, but if this lingers, keep an eye out for that. Just keep an eye out for that, man. I don't know what the Braves are going to do. Now, okay, I bring this one up. Yeah, and not even for Shador. This has nothing to do with Shador, really. It's more about the owner, and I want to talk about this, okay? So, yesterday, after training camp practice for the Browns, the owner and his wife, were having, went up to talk at the podium. Normal. They always do it. And you can read the article. It's on, I believe, foxsports.com. Well, cleveland.com. All right. Essentially, it's the owner talking about the draft, of Shador Sanders. And he's saying he wasn't my decision, but I'm saying this. Let me pull this back up. He's saying it positively, and I'm saying it positively. This is actually a good thing. And what I mean by it is that Jimmy Haslam says, and you can read the full article, who's going to start or, who's going to play, where they're going to play, that's the head coach's call. Who we're going to draft, that's the GM's call. He made the call. So he's not saying it negatively. He's saying it in a good way of, we run a proper organization. Our GM is in charge of the draft picks, and I don't meddle. Our head coach is in charge of the game. I don't meddle. And I bring all this up. It's not about Shador. It's about the owner. And let me tell you, Brad and I both have an understanding of this family. All right. So understand the Haslam family. Number one, Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Browns, still is and had used to be. Well, he still is one of the largest donors to Tennessee football. His brother was the governor of the state of Tennessee. His brother now owns a decent chunk of the Nashville Predators. All right. And I bring this up because Jimmy Haslam is one of the first times I've actually seen him say something smart. He's a dumbass. Let me just say that. I feel very comfortable saying that this man is out of control, or he used to be with Tennessee football. He would jump in the way. He would hire coaches whenever he wanted. He would tell Peyton Manning what's going to happen. He'd tell the coaches what's going to happen because of who his family is. I mean, they have buildings named after the Haslam, business at the University of Tennessee. We know this family, and I have known Jimmy Haslam for 25 effing years. And for 20 of those years, Jimmy Haslam wrecked Tennessee football, destroyed it. And then what did he do when he left and went to the Browns? Tennessee immediately became good. They were ranked number 1 the next year, went to the playoff last year. All right. And then the Browns, well, they went and signed their quarterback.
They've been.
Yep. And I ain't talking about Shador either. All right. I'm talking about the fully guaranteed. And that was his call. So that's why I bring this up and to say, finally, I believe a little more in the Browns now. Like, he's finally not meddling and just bothering the piss out of everyone and dictating what's going to happen. And now, again, you pay a couple $2 billion for a team, you can do whatever you want. All right, I respect that too. But for the love of God, please, will you just let football people be football people? You know what I mean? Like, and here's the other thing. Jimmy Haslam didn't make the money. Their dad made the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, go ahead and look up, they had some issues running some scams up there at the Pilot Flying J, which they also own. So, but yeah, this topic right here, it won't land with most people because most people don't have a connection to the Cleveland Browns or the state of Tennessee. But I saw this, and finally I was like, oh my God, he actually said something intelligent. Like, because I know he's a smart guy, you know? I mean, their family's worth $30 billion. His brother was the governor. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Where's the PR team? Like, we got to talk about, you know what the best information is? No information or less information. The Bill Belichick way. When they ask you a question, you respond the same way. So the same question is removed from conversation. That's just how it is. We know we're not getting anything from Bill, so we're not going to talk to him anymore. Bang. That is exactly what he wants to do. And that is, sometimes there are people on the opposite end of the spectrum who maybe need to learn a thing.
Oh, yeah. I heard Tom Brady talk about that specifically. Somebody asked him and said, okay, it's been long enough. This was like last year, right? It was like, okay, it's been long enough. Like, you know, we could talk about it now. Why the hell was Bill Belichick like that with the media? And Tom Brady laughed and he said, because he can. And exactly what you just said, because he doesn't want to give them anything and he doesn't want to screw his players over by giving, you know, bulletin board material and all that. I'll tell you this, though.
How we all thought that was his personality, right? For so long, so many people thought that's just who he is. Not even at all. Like,
no, he's just being smart. Yeah. He's just being smart. Now,
really.
Tom Brady did say, he goes, after that answer, he said, now let me double down. He goes, number one, Bill didn't do it because, well, it serves no good. There's no good that's going to come out of saying anything. It's kind of like when you get arrested. Just shut up. There's nothing good that you're going to say. Say what you just do what you need to do, whatever. But Brady said number two, he goes, well, the other reason why Belichick didn't say anything and I didn't say anything is because we didn't want to give the opposing team that week our effing plan of what we were doing. And a reporter goes, well, what do you mean? Like, expand. And Tom goes, me and Bill's entire career together, he goes, every week, whoever we were playing, he goes, we would follow the beat reporters for that team all week. And the reporter's like, you followed us? Why would you follow us? And Tom goes, because you asked them the same questions you just asked us, and they're stupid enough to answer it. He goes, you would be surprised. He goes, me and Bill would just sit on the internet and just scroll down of all, you know, whoever you're playing, the newspapers, the websites, whatever. And he's like, we get half their game plan from just their idiot players after practice saying, well, you know, we want to run the football 35 times this week. And, you know, we're really focusing on running to the right side. And Tom's like, okay. Bill's like, okay, got that. Anything else? What else you trying to do? So, yeah, I found that funny. And as you just said, I mean, you absolutely nailed it. Like, that's exactly why he didn't do that. You know what I mean? All right, one more thing, and then we'll jump out of here. My boy. All right, we've got the Hall of Fame game. Hold on, man. Where's it at? We got to do it for real. All right, we got a Hall of Fame game, bro. Tomorrow night. Okay, now here's the deal. Chargers, Lions. All right. Lions favored by 1.5. Over or under 32.5. Okay. This is tomorrow night. And we will not have an afternoon show at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. The game's at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll go live an hour before that. I'll have the show up, you know, on the page and all that. But, yep. And Big Cheesy just said it. You telling me there's football every Thursday until January? Yes, I am. Today's the last day. Last. Now, we don't have player props yet, but we will eventually get those. But, Brad, here's the deal. And this is the question that I'm going to ask you. The Hall of Fame game is notorious for low-scoring games. Notorious. It's the Hall of Fame game. Who gives a damn? But here's the deal. I asked that question in jest. Who gives a damn? Well, guess what? The head coach of the Chargers is Jim Harbaugh. Head coach of the Lions is Dan Campbell. They don't take things lightly when it comes to football. That's their life. And I guarantee you that they will be taking every single snap seriously. Number two, both of these teams need to break in backup quarterbacks. And we talked about that, and we'll talk about it tomorrow when we have some props, things like that. But number three, the Lions, buddy, you know that star offensive coordinator they had, Ben Johnson? He ain't there no more. He's in Chicago as the head coach.
Oh,
So they're breaking. Go ahead. Sorry. What'd you say?
I didn't know that. So that was my favorite thing about the Lions was playing their offense. And it was to score next drive was like my favorite prop.
Yeah, because they were just automatic.
It was unbelievable. And Dan Campbell refused to give up at the end of the game. You know, there was no quit in that, man. And I loved it. Like, to be quite honest, I think it should be more like that. But that's, you know, thank you for saying that, because those are things I have no idea about.
Bro, I'll keep going. So that offensive coordinator, they got to break him in. Like, well, let me say this. I guarantee you he will be taking it seriously. That's his first time. You don't think he's nervous? This is a big deal for him. Offensive coordinator, that's a big boy job. You're one step ahead away from being a head coach. And you're going to have to break it in with starters of those that play for a series, backups, third string, fourth string. Remember, you've got 90 guys on the field. Or not on the field, but, you know, on each team, you know, until we have cuts. So you got a lot going on. Here's the other thing. You're breaking in a new offensive coordinator with Dan Campbell. I'm going to make the bet when I see it pop up on the exotic props. Will one of these teams go for 2? Just to mess around. Test it out. I think we see it. I think we do. I think that it's the Hall of Fame game, so it's like, who cares? But also, they care. I don't know. I'm fascinated with it. Like, Matty Ice, 90 guys on the field would be insane. 90 guys, 4 footballs. I'll tell you a true story. All right, so that's tomorrow. I just wanted to introduce it, get it out there again. Nothing has changed. The spread has remained 1.5. The total has remained 32.5. So it ain't moved. All right. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow about that. Now, Matty Ice, going back to it, what you just said, 90 guys on the field would be insane. 90 guys, 4 footballs. I'll tell you a true story. When Bear Bryant was the head coach at Alabama, all right, the first day of fall camp every year, he'd have a drill. It's funny that you say 4 footballs. Bear Bryant would take 4 footballs, and he would put them on the end zone, right there on the white chalk. And this is the first day of fall camp. And remember, back then, in the 70s and the 80s, you could have as many players as you wanted. It wasn't the NFL, right? So, you know, he'd have 120 players, you know, out there for the first day. So he lines 4 footballs at one end zone, takes all 120 or whoever it is, players, full pads, everything, other end zone. Bear walks out, whole team's lined up, and he says, there are 4 footballs down there. Any of you dumbasses want to make this football team? You go hand me that football. And there are no rules. We're not playing football. If you need to whoop a son of a gun's ass to bring me that football because you want to start here, well, go do it. Well, there's a player named Leroy Jordan. All right, big recruit, 5-star. You know, they didn't really have that at that time, but blue chip. Yeah, went on to the NFL, absolute stud. Bryant blows the whistle, 120 players for Alabama go running 100 yards down the field. Once one gets the football, you know how it is. They're just fighting. Well, 5-10 minutes goes by. Bear Bryant standing there the other side. Leroy Jordan walks up with 4 footballs and no teeth.
Oh my God.
Bear Bryant said, what's your name, son? He said, Leroy Jordan. Bear Bryant turns to his assistant coach and says, that son of a bitch is starting. Game 1. Number 2, go take him to the dentist. That's a good story.
Legend.
Look, let me say this. When in 10 minutes you impress Bear Bryant, you done something. And you got new teeth. Oh, but I love it, man. I love it. Okay. Let's hit our picks one more time, and then we will get out of here, bro. God, we got a lot of slides. All right, let it rip. What you got?
Headed to the second division of Norway, which is Norway 1 or Norway First Division on your book in a matchup between Hod taking on Edgerson. We're looking for over 2.5 at -135.
Edgerson. All right, I'm going Blue Jays, Orioles. I don't know where that came from. Blue Jays, Orioles, both teams score 4+ runs. I'm going to go Braves, Royals over 9.5. I'm going to go Mets and the Daddies over 8.5. Robert Bibbo said put a futures bet on Arizona State at +10,000 yesterday. You got any 10 plus 10,000 bets out there, Brad?
I can tell you I do not at this point.
I love it. I love it. All right. We'll get out of here, man. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Like I said, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll also probably be live from a hotel. So, yeah, I'm going to go cold shower off. All right. And get ready for the afternoon. Brad, any final thoughts, buddy?
Enjoy that cold shower, my guy.
Full cold shower, ice bath, and then fill it with the icy hot. All right. Have you ever had icy hot on your forehead? Let me tell you this, and I mean this. Don't ever put icy hot on your forehead. Let me just tell you, because you are going to be in pain. I messed up. I put some on my calves. I got some calf issues going on. And I was going to wash my hands, because it's like the ice out, like the cream, right? So do it, throw it on my calves, whatever, right? Going to wash my hands because that it's everywhere, right? Well, I get an itch. Don't think about it. Buddy, that took 7 seconds, and it was 20 minutes of hell. 20, I love what Liddy said. He said, good advice. I know, don't put icy hot on your forehead, kids. The feeling is like, you ever been pepper sprayed?
Thankfully, I have not yet.
Me and my buddies got a hold of some pepper spray cans one time. We had 3 dudes and 2 cans, and we decided to shut the doors in the garage.
Oh.
All right. And just empty the containers and see what happened. And that was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. And the second worst was putting icy hot on my forehead.
And that's why women live longer than
It is. Let me just tell you, that was the dumbest idea of all time. You will be crying. You will have fluids coming out of your nose that are from the Mesozoic era. I mean, it is just, you'll be cleaned out. It'll take you about 20 minutes, of just straight, right in the water, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bibbo, he would know. I mean, in the military, they do that. They do those.
Oh, yeah.
Training.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it. Yeah.
That's torture. I mean, that's insane. They go through.
It's terrible. We got gassed in the military. Yes, dude. And again, you got sprayed in the eyes.
Yeah.
we just sprayed them up in the air.
Yeah, you got a true spray.
Have you ever get those air fresheners, where you start the car and you turn the AC all the way on, and it just sprays for 20 minutes? It was like that. He took it in the face. Oh, yeah, I know. Roger, how about accidentally scratch?
Yeah.
I don't know which one would be worse. I'm telling you, that forehead, bro, I'm telling you, do not do it, anybody. I'm not saying it as a joke. I'm not saying it facetiously. Do not do it.
It happens, though. It happens all the time because soccer players, I don't know if you know this about soccer players, we do a lot of reaching with our legs and a lot of once you get that ball in uncompromising with weird positions with your body, your groin, both sides. It's unbelievable. Icy hot has been there. I've had it. It sucks, but
but you got to do it. Yeah, I haven't done that one. But the forehead, stay away. Just stay away. Yeah, trust me. I'm not saying it as a joke of ha 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 ha. Somebody go do it. No. Let me assure you, do not do that. You will not. You won't be in the afternoon show. I assure you that. You'll be in the fetal position. All right, let's get out of here, man, because I was. And hell, I've been stabbed before.
Oh, my God.
It was easy. It was in the thigh, a lot of fat. And it wasn't, an aggressor. It was a friend, not menacing. We just, like to spray tear gas canisters and play with knives and other weapons.
Boys will be boys, I guess.
Yeah, at this age, right? Like that's always smart. And he's got 2 kids, so that always helps. Get the girls involved. They're like, "Hey, Uncle AB's got a knife." I'll tell you what though. If girls, dude, they come around, bam, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Now they're young kids, but give them a 10, right? Spend it for candy at the gas station. Oh, buddy. You want to talk about kids loving you. I am not above putting a 10 in a kid's hand. Like, hey, go get some candy. And if you want to like me, that's cool, man. Like we could be, you know what I mean? Like I want them all like, Uncle Alan's coming. Yeah.
So. You got to be careful giving money to random strangers' kids.
Well, I don't do it to strangers. I tend to do it with family.
It's my only warning for you there.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take icy hot to the forehead. I don't need that in my life. I don't. Dude, I heard I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago. It was Bill Burr and oh God, what's his name? Christ, I can't remember his name. Married the Lakers owner. God, why can I not remember? I can't remember anybody's name ever, man. Anyways, they were talking about it, and the host was talking about their kids, and he was like, Bill, you need to, you don't know that, playgrounds at schools are like rubber. They were talking about like the playgrounds are like rubber. Bill goes, no, I don't have any kids. I don't spend a lot of time at elementary schools. I don't go to playgrounds. I don't need that in my life.
Good answer.
Oh, it's a great answer. I thought it was... He goes, no, Jay Moore. That's it. Yes, because we were just talking about that.
A lie. Good answer.
Yeah. Oh, so dude, and JJ just started laughing his ass off, man. Because Bill's like, no, I don't know what's going on because I don't have kids and I'm normal. All right, man. Dude, we'll get at Liddy said Uncle Al's headed out icy hot. You come here, girls. Put some on your forehead. Oh my God. My buddy Davey would whip my ass. All right. That's enough for that for today. All right. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Start. Brad, any second final thoughts that you have before we get out of here?
That's it for me today.
All right. There we go. All right. We'll end it on icy hot to the forehead. Don't do it. All right. We'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, everybody, best of luck. Cash these tickets. Have a great damn day. We will see you soon. Peace.
Who's got it better than us? No!